Remember, the young lady who was disabled and testing through an electronic system, right? A video system. Well, they disqualified her. They said, oh, no, you failed. You know more. She said, okay, well, I appeal. No, nothing. She said, okay, well, at least give me my money back. No refunds. Well, after Indisputable covered it, she has now been refunded by the financial aid department of that institution. Let me remind you of what happened. Here's the video.
You can see my camera does not pick up certain things, and if I was just sitting back and I was typing, it's gonna seem like I'm on another device, even though I'm on a wireless keyboard. So you can see that. Also, my camera, it doesn't rotate past there. For me to look down, I'll hold it up higher because this can't catch it. I have to look down to type, so people automatically assume that because I'm looking down, I'm cheating. Or if I hold it like this and I'm typing, that I have to be cheating. It's so wrong and disrespectful on so many levels. And the email that I got from Timothy CV saying you were cheating, it's just like, you're an educated grown man. How hard is it to ask this question? How hard is it for you to ask me to provide documentation? It seemed like it was easier to dismiss me from the program than it was to ask a question of commonality or common sense.
She now has been refunded after our exclusive reporting and after they said she gets nothing. Now here's why the story is important. Remember, when we first brought this to you, I made it very clear. You cannot talk about diversity and inclusion and not talk about the Americans with Disabilities Act. You cannot talk about diversity and inclusion without discussing the reality of institutions who receive federal dollars and federal benefits programs, such as financial aid. Now talking about all demographics and how they should be included in the overall plan of the institution. So let me give you some background. Let's put up the family full mass here. I'm very glad that at least there's some level of remedy established. A disabled honors student studying to be a cardiac electrophysiologist was failed in several classes and dismissed from a program for allegedly cheating. As she appealed the decision, she was stuck in classes she could not access online, receiving zeros for assignments she could not take. So we contacted the school again. Now the school has responded. And here's the family, 38-year-old Jahaan Bahjat. Bahjat's story was featured last week. You'll remember, she too is dealing with ovarian cancer. She has an ovarian cancer diagnosis while her mother is suffering from kidney failure. You have a lot going on here with one person. And in addition to that, she is trying to better herself, enhance her career by going back to school. She contacted professors at the school again yesterday. She says, hello, I have had zero update for a week. I would like to know what is happening with my grades. I was graded punitively prior to my grievance. I'm not registered in this semester, and I'm still being graded as if I am registered. All right, Bahjat's professors were grading her without her being able to access the course. So let me tell you what happened, all right? Basically, when they claimed, well, obviously you're cheating, so we're dismissing you from the class. You're gonna get an F for the course. She appeals it and registers for class online while the appeal is going. And they say, no, you can't take any more classes online because you're a cheater. You have to take these classes on the campus. Well, she can't, she's not able to do that. They kept her registered anyway and decided to just give her a failing grade. Now this is silly. All right, I'm talking to the damn professors. Silly. Why would you do this to a student? You have authority of that classroom. I don't give a damn what the president or your dean tells you. It's under the guidelines of the Association of American University Professors. I happen to be a member there. You have control over their classroom. So I don't care what may come out of this based on somebody giving you a directive. At the end of the day, professors, you are responsible for how you treat your children. All right, or your students. Now, this all started, all right, let me give you this guy. Let's put up his picture. The cheating accusation started when Professor Ryan Allen accused her after she finished her finals, all right? That's Ryan Allen. Now remember, we're talking about finals. This means she studied, was equipped, prepared. Also a program director. Allen initially received Miss Bahjat's request for ADA, accommodation, and even oversaw the claim into her alleged academic dishonesty. Bahjat alleges she was denied an opportunity to present her side before being dismissed, that she used a keyboard and a text-to-speech software during her test. She said, and I quote, "I'm flabbergasted. They continued to throw me under the bus after I told Ryan Allen about my ADA accommodation." Now remember, ADA accommodations are strong on all university campuses that receive some type of federal money. You have to maintain compliance with the ADA standard in order to maintain your federal money. So it is significantly against the self-interest of the institution. I'm talking to the Board of Trustees. It is significantly against the self-interest of your institution to have leadership who ignores a federal mandate. You could be in danger of being unaccredited or having financial aid significantly reduced or taken away, period. All right, let's go to the letter. So her letter of dismissal from the program did not disclose the software she was using was part of the accommodation she requested under the Americans with Disabilities Act. They left that part completely off. All right, Bahjat says no one from the university responded regarding her request for accommodation, nor were any guidelines regarding her use of text-to-speech aids set out in the student handbook. After her dismissal, she appealed the hearing. She says the accusation has cost her about $42,000 in tuition and impacted her future income, career, financial aid, and letting my mother know I graduated before she passed away. Let's go to the president of Loma Linda University, Richard H. Hart. All right, buck is supposed to stop with this fella, but truly the buck stops with the Board of Trustees. And so here's what I'm asking. I'm going to bypass this fella because obviously he was not, or his leadership team was not responsive according to the narrative here. And I would like to say something directly to the Board of Trustees. You all have a plethora of experts, academics, community people, part of that board. Somebody there has had this kind of experience or an experience in the family. Let's do the right thing here. Create a new policy, check the leadership, maybe even send somebody a pink slip.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with everything you said. Ryan Allen has a dark heart based on everything Indisputable has learned about this story. Ryan Allen has a dark heart. And I think I've said this, Dr. Richey, on this program before, that my father, both my parents, educators. My father, principal for his whole career, he moved up the ranks. He would drive to students' homes if he sensed something else was going on, if he sensed that they needed something, or if he just, wanted to learn every name and get to know children, in this case, adult students who just want to get a higher education. I do not understand going out of your way to mistreat someone. There's that thing where you want to just be seen. They didn't just mistreat her. This Ryan Allen and perhaps cohorts wanted to just send her away. We don't want to look at you. We don't want you part of this program, okay? And I just think that it is unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. And if the Board of Trustees knows what I know about what this show can do and the esteemed host, Dr. Richey, can do, they better get it all the way together, all the way together.